Hey everyone, a couple of topics for today's vlog. The first one is my pet peeve of the week. My pet peeve of the week this week is people who tailgate. So there's two types of tailgaters. There's the person who rolls up on you about 2 inches from your bumper, forces you to get out of the way and then speeds off. And then the second kind, which I hate even more, is the person who gets up on your bumper, you move over, they pull ahead, and then they drive the same speed you were going before they practically forced you off the road. Now the thing about tailgating is you're putting somebody's property and their lives in jeopardy. Now it's fine if you want to risk your own property and your own life. You want to drive off into a ditch, that's fine. Don't take anybody else with you. Nobody has the right to do that. As far as I'm concerned, it's the same as standing in front of me and waving a knife around. You're doing something dangerous, and you're doing it because you feel brave inside your car. I've always said that if you want to know something about somebody's personality, watch the way they drive. If they're aggressive, passing everybody, they think they're better than everybody else, and you don't see that kind of behavior in normal day-to-day stuff. Like say you're waiting in line at a movie theater. Somebody wouldn't just walk up and cut in front of you like they would with their car when you're driving, because they know if they do, they're liable to get a punch in the nuts. But people don't have a problem doing it in their car because they feel brave and safe. And, you know, they think they own the road and they think they're entitled to go around people. And I find it sometimes gets worse depending on the type of car they're driving. Oftentimes a guy driving a Porsche or a BMW figures everybody should get out of the way for them because they're important, etc., etc. But the truth of the matter is if you were a dickhead when you got into your car, you're still going to be a dickhead when you get out of your car, and you're still going to be a dickhead when you're driving your car. Cars don't earn respect or status except for other shallow-minded people like yourself. Don't risk people's lives. Don't put people in danger. Don't get on my bumper. Just stop. Now everybody's heard about the tragedy in Japan, and I'm not gonna say much about my thoughts and prayers are with the people, and that's, you know, anybody who isn't on board with feeling grief for what's happening there isn't a human being. I'm going to kind of go off topic a little bit, and I watch a lot of the comments, and I've been watching some of the videos of the typhoon and the tidal wave rolling in, just crazy, devastating, and people say the most ignorant things. They comment. Some people are saying they're happy that people have died and things like that. And of course, you know, you look at that and you think, well, the world would be a better place without people like that. But then who would we get to pump our gas and bring the carts in from the parking lot at the shopping mall? Anyway, I digress. But one of the things that I noticed a lot was people would post comments like, God help them. Now I'm going to get really controversial here. I don't generally, in my other channel, I don't talk politics or religion, but I'm going to here a little bit. I am an atheist. I do not believe in God. And I find the statement a little ironic. You're saying God helped them. So if you believe in God, you believe God created the earth. And if you believe he created the earth, you believe he created tectonic plates, a couple of which are pressing against each other right under Japan. So it was probably a bad spot to put Japan. Now I don't know if God couldn't come up with a better idea for the, you know, plates. One piece wasn't working for him. I don't know what it was. But if you believe in God, then you believe God created the earth using tectonic plates. You believe he put Japan on top of those tectonic plates. And you believe that he must have caused this earthquake. Who else could have caused it? I mean, he is all-powerful. And if he's in a position to do that, then why would he want to help those people? It doesn't make any sense. If he wanted to help those people, he would have not done that in the first place. It astounds me that people say God help them. Why would God do something like that? What kind of a God would punish so many people for no reason at all? God didn't do it. We live on a planet with tectonic plates. Japan is sitting on top of them. Those plates rubbed together and created an earthquake. And that's all there is to it. And now the lives of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are going to be affected, devastated by all of this. God help them? I don't think so. We should help them. People should help them. We should go over there. We should give money. We should do things. But saying God help them, to me, is like saying nothing at all. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I know it's going to turn the comment section into an absolute flame war. The last thing I'm going to talk about, if you haven't thumbs down my video and made an ignorant comment by now, is my book. Now, before I was doing green screen testing, I had my strategically placed book on the back shelf. I'm a guy with lots of hobbies, and one of the hobbies I had for about 3 years was writing this book. It's a book on computers, and every once in a while I'd get a hater saying, hey, you should read that book on the back of your shelf, and then I reply with, I don't have to, I wrote it, dumbass. Anyway, it's a book about computers. It took me 3 years to write. I did all the illustrations myself in 3D. It's 237 pages. So I never got it published. I shopped it around a little bit. no real interest. It's a lot of dummies books out there, so I had a few bites. Nothing really took hold. So what I did was, I figured with all that effort I at least needed a copy. So I went to lulu.com and I printed it. And I sell it there. But the problem is lulu.com does print on demand. So if you order a copy of my book, it costs them it's like $57 I think to print it, because they got to set up all the printers just for one copy of my book. So if I had a publisher and they rang off 1,000 or 10,000 of them, of course, I could slash that price down to 25 bucks probably. So I'm having a hard time selling the book, as you can imagine. Now, in the end, again, I wanted a couple copies for friends and family. I mean, I wrote a book. I wanted to see it. I wanted to hold it. But I actually sold a copy about 3 weeks ago to some dude in the Middle East. And he emailed me and told me how much he loved it. And I thought, wow, I sold one copy of my book. Felt pretty good. There's a whole $5 profit in it for me. Not sure how they're planning to pay me. Not that it matters. Anyway, so I'm not asking anybody to buy the book, but what I'm asking is if anybody out there knows a publisher or is a publisher that's willing to take a look at this, let me know and get in contact with me, and then I can arrange about possibly getting you a copy, and we can take it from there. If you're interested in the book, it is available on lulu.com under Understanding Computers, an overview for the non-geek, and there's some more information on my website at pie-guy.com. There's a page dedicated to the book and showing some of the illustrations. And the illustrations, I'm kind of proud of it. Like you can see in the front there, that's a computer. And I modeled an entire PC. Sorry, I'm browsing here. An entire computer in 3D. So I don't know if you can see that there. So that's a 3D model that I created so that I could sort of pan around it and take pictures for all of the screenshots that I wanted to create. So that's all I got for this week. Please don't get an anti-religious hate thing going. It was just my prerogative on something that I thought was kind of ironic. Tune in next week. Don't forget to leave me ideas for your pet peeve of the week. And don't forget to tune into my other channel for my weekly video. Alright, thanks. Bye.